Hello, this is Lawrence Romanosky from Porsche Centre Calgary, and this is another installment of the videos I've been doing of our 1991 RUF BTR III Motronic car. The last time I did a video, we were selling the car, and what happened is actually I had the car. It was my personal car, and I sold it, and it went to Ottawa, and then Canada, and then we were looking for another project for the dealership this time. So I bought it back for the dealership. So now it's Porsche Centre Calgary's car, and then we're doing a cosmetic restoration. And this is something that I would have liked to have done my own, but my wife and I just had a baby, and she doesn't really think that I needed a 450 horsepower old school 911 turbo. So anyway, that's the situation there. So anyway, this is what I always wanted to do with a car, and treat it to the cosmetic restoration that I thought it deserved. And so as you can see, we've disassembled the car, and we're giving it a bare metal respray. And this is at Cosmos Collision in Calgary, and these guys are our body shop of choice. Locke is the owner. There's Locke, and he did the paint work on my 356 as well. And if you recall, that was a preservation style restoration, so we did a fantastic job blending 50-year-old single stage oil-based paint with a new dual stage water-based paint and matching it. But anyway, so that's where the car is right now, and that's where I am right now, and I have the utmost confidence in them. So just a quick look around at some of the more interesting things. This car would have started life as a 911 SC, which is a narrow body car, and then you can see that these fenders would have been welded on, and they would have been welded on at RUF. So we can see the outline, and a beautiful job, by the way, of those welds of the front or the rear, and you can also see the front fenders had welded lips too. So these aren't 930 fenders, actually. They're RUF modified fenders. And then what is actually really quite difficult on these cars is normally there's a drip rail here that goes down to the front to catch the water, and that is also where these two panels butted together, and they were pinch welded together, giving the car, the structure and the strength into the roof. So if you want to take off the roof rails, you can't just grind it off, because then the two panels will fall apart, and then it's necessary to seam weld the metal, butt weld it all the way down to get rid of those rails. Now, which go all the way down to the back. Now, if you don't know what you're doing and you do an amateur job, one, the integrity of the structure is compromised, and two, you need a lot of Bondo to make it look right. So I'm very pleased to see this car with the paint off, and to see what it looks like. And so we can see the detail here of the RUF front-mounted oil cooler. So that's something unique to the RUF cars. Even the 930 cars had that buried in the front fender. And this is an installation consistent with the IROC cars and the Porsche racing cars. We can see inside the headlamp bezels and so on. Normally a place where you'd see rust. And walking around the car, again, you can see the line for the front fender. You can see this panel here had some work in the past that wasn't done properly. So this panel here, you can see it's got a piece that's welded in here and then not done properly, so that's a hole there. So this panel needs some work. As well, we can see that something fell on the roof at one point. I believe this was shipping damage, or so I'm told, so this piece needs some work. Other than that, it looks pretty good. There's a little bit of work in the rear fenders, but you know, it could be a hell of a lot worse, basically. You know, these cars, especially a BTR, a 930 isn't easy to drive. 930s are known for flying off the road backwards from inexperienced drivers. So if you take a RUF, which, you know, they've changed all the suspension calibrations, dialed out all the understeer, you know, this car rotates into corners. If you've ever driven a 930 and wondered how Stefan Roser could kick the rear end of the car out so easily, whereas your 930 just wanted to go straight on every corner. Of course, a lot of that's Stefan Roser, but some of it is actually the RUF car, which rotates a lot easier and has a lot less understeer. So combine that with 450 horsepower and the lighter weight of a BTR, and you've got a recipe for disaster, certainly. So to get a car like this and strip off all the paint and find that it's, you know, in reasonable shape is definitely a good thing. And it's not always like this. Sometimes when you take the paint off, it's not much fun to see what's underneath. But this actually looks like a pretty good car. So it's getting painted in maritime blue. It's getting a color change, and we're redoing the interior, new carpets, RS door cards, new period correct Recaro race seats. So it'll be like a period track car when we're done with it. But anyway, this is another step in the installment. Lawrence Romanosky from Porsche Centre Calgary, thanks for viewing. And this car should be ready in the spring summer of 2014, and it'll be a real great piece. Thank you very much.